Hello everyone, this is part 12 of my Master Chief Minecraft pixel art tutorial, and as you may have already noticed, I moved the camera over so you can see this side, because we're going to be only working on this side. Hopefully if we get done fast enough, we'll move over there to the right side of the pixel art. So I decided to move the camera over here to the left, because the way the camera was already positioned, you weren't going to see anything on the right screen, so I decided to move it over. So we're going to start off down here, and we're going to need the following blocks for this. We're going to need the melon block, the green wool, the gray wool, and the moss stone, and I believe that's it for now. So we're going to start off with the melon block, so we're going to move down here, going back to these two melon blocks, going up, starting from the top block. You're going to place 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. 4 blocks across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1 block going diagonal down to the left. That's 1. I'll place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. It's 1, 2. And now you're going to place 3 sets of 3s going across on the upper level to the left. 3 sets of 3s going across. It's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 3s. Now place 1 block going diagonal up to the right, or the left. The left. So that's 1. Okay, it's been a long day. It's my excuse. That's always going to be my excuse. So that's 1 block going diagonal up to the left, and it should look like this. Now you're going to place 2 blocks going up on the left side. That's 1, 2. Now place 4 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get rid of those. And place 3 blocks going up on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So that's 1 and 2. Now 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. It's 1 and 2. Now you're going to place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. It's 1, 2. Now you're going to place 4 sets of 2s going up on the left side. 4 sets of 2s going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s. Let's get rid of those. And it should look like this. Now you're going to place 5 blocks going up on the left side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now let's go back down here. Going all the way back down to the bottom. We're going to switch to the gray wool now. So switching to the gray wool, and just to save myself some trouble, I'm going to be instructing you in a way that hopefully you'll understand. But first, we're going to start at the first set of the 3 sets of 2s going across that we had here. So that was the first, that was the second, and that was the third. Don't get it confused with these 2 blocks here, because they're not part of the 3 sets of 2s. So starting from these 2 blocks here, going to start on top of it, just place 2 rows of, or just 1 row of 2 blocks going across to the left or right. But we're just going to place it on top of the melon, so it looks like this. Okay? Now you're going to place a linked 3 blocks going across to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to place another linked 3 blocks going across to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. Now starting on top of this melon block, you're going to place 3 blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now place a 1 gray wool on top of this melon block. So that's 1. So it looks like this. Now, to save me a lot of time and a lot of trouble explaining, what I want you to do next is you're going to hug the outline of this melon block, but you're not going to do it like you would normally do it, or like I normally showed you somewhere over there, I think, or it might have been a different tutorial part. But what you're going to do is this. You're going to hug the outline going on the right side of it. You're going to go all the way up to the black wool, and you're going to do this pattern, where you place 1 block kind of sticking up. I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. Pay close attention. Don't worry, you'll hopefully understand it. It's just this. We're just hugging it like this, just adding an extra layer to everything that goes up. So it's almost a linked. So I don't have to spend like 5 long minutes explaining every single step. It's just this nice, simple pattern, kind of hugging it with 1 block sticking out. Not like that. You should be able to understand that. So I'll fly back a bit so if you didn't understand there. So let's fly back. And it should look exactly like this so far. Shouldn't be too hard at all to replicate that. Okay, so now let's go up. Believe me, that would have been just a journey, starting from all the way down there and just telling you a bunch of links and all that. So hopefully you understood that. Now, starting underneath these 3 black wools, you're going to place 3 black wools going, or 3 gray wools going across. Starting underneath these 3 black wools, so place 1, 2, 3. Now, 1 block going diagonal up to the right. That's 1. 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 15 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Now you don't have to count it if you've already gotten this far into the tutorial. Then all you have to do is just set a row of 15, but if you want to, you go ahead and count. That should be 15 blocks going across, so it should look like this. Now let's start from the left block of the 15 gray wools going across. So starting from that block there, you're going to count 3 blocks into the right. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Now we're going to start underneath this gray wool. So starting from there, you're going to place 3 blocks going down. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now place 6 blocks going down on the left side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go up and get rid of that. Now place 1 block going diagonal down to the right. And that's 1. Now we're going to switch to the green wool for just a moment. And with the green wool, we're just going to move to the left a bit and go to these linked 2 blocks going down here. We're going to start underneath these 2 blocks. So starting from there, you're going to place 3 green wools going diagonal down to the left. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And it should look like this. Now we're going to switch to the melon block, and with the melon block from where we left off, we're just going to move down just a bit and to the left, and we're going to start on top of this gray wool. So we're going to start from there. I'll give you a reference. It's not too far where we left off. So starting on top of this gray wool, you're going to place 5 melon blocks going across to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1. Oops, didn't really mean to use that, but okay. And that's 2. So it should look like this. Let's move this away so we don't get confused. And now you're going to place 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And now 1 block going diagonal up to the right. That's 1. Now let's go back to these 3 blocks going across, and we're going to place 1 melon block underneath the left block of the 3 blocks, so place 1 there. Now you're going to switch to the moss stone, so switching to the moss stone, starting from that 1 block there that went diagonal up to the right. You're going to place 2 blocks going up on the right side, so that's 1 and 2. And place 1 block going diagonal up to the left. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going up on the left side. That's 1, 2. Now place 2 blocks going up on the right side. So on the right side, 2 blocks. That's 1 and 2. And place 3 blocks going up on the right side. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 sets of 2s going up on the right side. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. Now place 5 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. 5 blocks across. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should be making contact with this 1 black wool here. So now we're going to switch to the green wool, and we're going to place a green wool underneath this black wool here. So place 1 green wool there. Now you're going to fill in this empty space here with green wool. So fill this in. And then fill in this empty space here with green wool. So fill this. Now you're going to switch to the moss stone, and with the moss stone we're going to move to the left and fill in this empty space here with moss stone. And it should look like this so far. Now we're going to move back down here, back where we started with the moss stone, going 2 blocks up to the right, so going back to these 2 blocks, this time starting from the bottom block of the moss stone, you're going to place 4 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rid of those placement blocks, and it should look like this so far. Now place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Now 1 block going diagonal down to the right. And that's 1. And it should be making contact with this black wool. So it looks like this. Now we're going to switch to the melon block. Now with the melon block, we're going to move back up here. And we're going to start from these 2 black wools going across, and we're going to start underneath the left block. So starting from there, you're going to place 2 sets of 2s going down on the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. So that's 2 sets of 2s. Now place 4 blocks going down on the left side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 blocks going down on the left side. That's 1, 2. Get rid of that. And it should look like this. So now that we have that, we're going to move over here to the right, in this large area here. So what you're going to do is, we're going to start off by using the gray wool. Now let's move down here. As you can see that we had these melons, these 5 melons going diagonal up to the left, and they made contact with these 6 black wools going up. We're going to start on top of these 6 black wools, and we're going to place, with the gray wool, we're going to place 7 blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now place 2 sets of 2s going up on the right side. 2 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. I place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. 1, 2. And now, starting underneath that gray wool, you're going to place 2 blocks going down. That's 1 and 2. And now place 1 gray wool on the right side of this gray wool, so place 1 there. And now place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. It's 1, 2. I'll fly back a bit so you can see. That should look like this. So now we're going to switch over to the melon block. So switching to the melon, you're going to fill in this empty space here with melon. So go ahead and do that now. Just filling in this empty space. So it looks like this. Now we're going to move down here. Now this is where I can already see it kind of getting annoying, for me anyways, to instruct. So just moving down here, we're going to start from that black wool there, that 1 black wool, the very bottom, I guess, left corner of the pixel art. So from that 1 black wool, let's put this in the right place. You're going to place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And now starting from the left block of these 2 blocks going across, so starting from there. By the way, if it's going, I don't know, if it's going to go too fast for you in this next part, because this is kind of annoying with just going across and diagonal across, make sure to pause the video. Don't try to be a hero and say, oh, I can continue doing this without pausing it. But just to make sure, because you don't want to spend hours of time just wasted. So, starting from the left block of the 2 blocks going across, place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1. And 2. Get rid of that. Now we're going to move up here to that 1 block going diagonal, not the one that we just placed, but going up here to this one. From that block, you're going to place 1 block going diagonal down to the left, so place 1 there. And then 1 block going diagonal up to the left. So that's 1. So it looks like this. Now we're going to follow this black wool path until we reach these 3 black wools going diagonal up to the left, and we're going to start on top of the top one. So starting from that black wool there, on top of it, you're going to place 2 blocks going up. That's 1 and 2. Now place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2. And place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. It's 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2. Now, starting on top of this black wool, so starting from there, you're going to place 4 sets of 2s going up on the left side. 4 sets of 2s going up on the left. So that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s going up on the left. Now we're going to start on top of the 4 black wools here that are making contact with the melon block. So starting on top of it, you're just going to place a column of melon blocks going straight up until it reaches the black wool. So we're just going to place 11. And if you did want to count, it's 11 blocks. So now that we have placed that, we're going to switch to the green wool. So let's switch to the green wool now, and we're going to move up here to the right, going back over here to these 16 black wools going across. That's on top of these 15 gray wools going across. And we're going to start on top of the right block of the 16 blocks going across. So starting from there, you're just going to place 16 green wools going across. So it's going to be the same amount of blocks that go across to the left. So it looks like that. And now place 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to switch to the melon block, and we're going to start on the left side of these 4 black walls going across. So we're going to start there with the melon, and place 3 melon blocks going across to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. Now with the melon block, you're going to move over here and fill in this empty space here with melon. So do that now. Now you're going to switch over to the sand block, and with the sand, you're going to fill in this empty space here with sand. Do that. Now we're going to move back down here, and let's see what we can add to this area before we actually start filling it in. So, what we're going to do is switch to the green wall and see how much we can fill in before we actually have to time lapse it. Now with the green wall, we're going to move over here to this area where we had the 5 melon blocks going diagonal up to the left that made contact with these 6 black walls there. Now with the green wall, you're going to fill in this empty space here with green wall. I'll go ahead and do this in real time. I'll save the time lapsing for the larger parts. Believe me, there are going to be a lot of large parts, so let's just fill in this empty space here with green wool. So it looks like this. Now we're going to move back up here to this weird area where we had the green, where we had the melon, the moss stone, and the gray wool. We're going to switch. Let's see. Now before we start switching to blocks, let's just continue with the green wool. Now with the green wool, we're going to fill in this empty space here with green wool. So let's go ahead and start filling this empty space here, staying within the outlines, of course, not crossing over ever. Let's just fill this in real time, and done. So when you're done filling that in, it should look like this. There's also something else that we have to start filling in. So let's see. With the green wool that we just finished filling in this area, we're going to move to the right of it, and we're going to start on top of these 2 black wools here. Don't get it confused with the 2 black wools that are on top of these melon blocks, but these 2 black wools here that are on top of the green wool, starting on top of the black wool there, you're going to place 2 green wools going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. Now place 2 sets of 2s going up on the right side. 2 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. Get rid of those. And it should look like this. Now you're going to switch over to the gray wool, and with the gray wool, we're going to move over here back to the 16 green wools going across, and we're going to place 1 gray wool on the right side of the 16 green wool, so place 1 there. So it looks like that. Now we're going to switch over to the melon block. Now with the melon block, from where we just placed that gray wool, we're going to move up a bit and to the right, and you should come across these 3 black wools here. We're going to start from the bottom block on the left side of the black wool, and you're going to place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So that's 1 and 2. Now you're going to fill in this empty space here with melon blocks, so go ahead and do that now. And it should look like this. So now we're going to move over here to the left from where we just finished filling that in. We're going to move to the left, and we're going to move up to these 3 black wools here that are also making contact with these other 3 black wools going down here. So let's go and start from these 3 black wools, and we're going to start on top of the right block of the 3 blocks going across. So starting from there, you're going to place 2 melon blocks going across to the left. That's 1, 2. Now we're going to move to the right, and now you should see these 8 black wools that are making contact with these 2 melon blocks. So we're going to move to the right of the 8 blocks. So we're going to start on top of the right block of the 8 black wools. So starting from there, you're going to place 7 melon blocks going across to the left. 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like this. Now we're going to move back over here to the right block of the 7 melon blocks going across. So moving back to this block here, you're going to place 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Now 1 block going diagonal up to the right. That's 1. Now place 2 sets of 3s going across on the upper level to the right. 2 sets of 3s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. Now place 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now place 7 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, starting from the right block of... By the way, just to make sure you're doing everything correctly, the last block, the 7th block, should be aligned with these black wools here. The right block of these 2 black wools going across, as you can see, should be aligned with the right block of the 7 blocks. As you can see, they're the same column, like this, just straight up. Okay, so starting from the right block of these 7 melon blocks going across, so starting from this block, you're going to count 2 blocks in to the left. This being the first one that you count. So this is 1, and this is 2. Now, starting on top of this melon block, you're going to place 4 blocks going across to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now place 8 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. 8 blocks across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 blocks across. So it should look like this so far. Now we're going to move over here to the left, and we're going to fill in that small space there, that single space, with a melon block. So fill that in. Let's fly back a bit and continue moving to the left. And now you're going to fill in this single empty space here with melon block. So go ahead and do that now. Fill this in with the melon. Okay. And it should look like this. Now you're going to switch over to the black wool. So let's switch to the black wool now. And we're going to move not too far from where we just left off. You're just going to move a little to the left. And you're going to fill in this single empty space here with black wool. So go ahead and just fill in this single space here with black wool. It's a little longer than I would want it to, but we're still not going to time-lapse this. We'll time-lapse the other parts, the remaining parts, towards the end. So, boom. As soon as you've finished filling this in, it should look like this. So now we're going to switch over. Let's see, just to make sure. We're going to switch over to the melon block, and we're going to fly down here, and you're going to fill in this single empty space here. What I'm looking at. You're going to fill in this space with the melon block, so go ahead and do that now, filling in this empty space. Although I should have started from the side, or else I might have gotten confused, but that's alright. Just fill this in. Let's go down here. I'm so against time-lapsing this part. Okay. So when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. Now we're going to switch over to the green wool, and we're going to fill in this empty space here with green wool. Staying within the outline, of course. So let's fill this in with green wool. That's okay. Come on, Minecraft. Okay. And when you're done filling it in with green wool, it should look like this. So now we're going to start time-lapsing some stuff, because now it's getting to be large, and there's not a lot left. So this is where we're going to start time-lapsing it. So, pay close attention, because I'm going to instruct you now. First, we're going to switch to the melon block, and there's 2 spaces that you're going to be filling in with melon, and pay close attention. The first space you're going to be filling in is this empty space here, staying within the outline. That's the first space you're going to fill in with melon. Then, once you've done that, you're going to move up here to the left, and you're going to fill in this single empty space here with melon, remaining within the outline. So go ahead and fill in that space and that space with melon. Do that now. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. So now we're going to switch to the sand block, and with the sand block, we're going to move up here, and we're going to find that one small single empty space there between the 2 green walls going diagonal. You're going to fill in this empty space here with sand, so you don't get confused for this next part that I'm going to be instructing you on. So now that you've filled that in with sand, we're going to switch to the green wool. Now with the green wool, you're going to fill in 2 large areas, including a bunch of tiny small areas. The first large area you're going to fill in is this large area here, and the tiny spaces that you're going to be filling in is also this, which is why I'm not counting it. I'm just counting it as 2 large areas. So all of these tiny little spaces here in between the black wool, the melon, they all get filled in with green wool. So all of these tiny spaces get filled in with green wool. Now the large area here gets filled in with green wool, including those spaces down there. And the second large area you're going to fill in with green wool is this area here. This gets filled in with green wool. Now make sure you do not cross over the green wool outline, and make sure you do not pass that one green wool that is right there, that block right there. I'll fly to it if you can't see it. You do not pass over it, so don't get overzealous and start accidentally filling this part in. This is where it stops. That's why I put that there. You're not going to pass that, and you're not going to pass that. So, go ahead and fill in all those empty spaces with green wool. Go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. Now we're going to switch to the gray wool, and with the gray wool, we're going to move up to the right. So moving up here, and we're going to make the rain go away. 3, 2, 1, go away. So now that we got that stupid rain out of the way, I'm going to fly back a bit just to show you where we are again. And you're just going to fill in this single space here with gray wool. So go ahead and do that now. Fill this in with gray wool. And there we go. Let's fly back a bit so you can see it should look like this. Now you're going to switch to the sand block, and I go ahead and mention this again. I did mention this in the last part as well, but just to reiterate, you're not going to fill this in with anything. This space here stays empty throughout the entire pixel art tutorial parts. This never gets filled in with anything, alright? Never. That stays empty. So now let's fly back, and what you're going to do now is starting from that empty space, going all the way over and going down. All of these empty spaces, all the remaining empty spaces over here, going all the way back to there, not going over there at all. But starting from that empty space and all the remaining empty spaces over here, gets filled in with sand, so go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. So I'm going to pause here and continue my Master Chief Minecraft pixel art tutorial in part 13. And that being said, make sure to stay tuned in for this Monday's Pawu. It's going to be uploaded on Monday, of course. Every Monday, I tell you the schedule for the entire week on when you'll be seeing the next parts of tutorials, including this one. So make sure you stay tuned in this Monday to find out when the next part, part 13 of this, will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. It's called Pawu again. So, that being said, be sure to stay tuned in for more Minecraft videos.